Hello and welcome back to the Movie Attic. I'm Mike, and as I've said a million times, this is the Attic, where I discuss and review movies, DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks for all the nice people out there in YouTube land. If you live in the United States, of course, happy 4th of July weekend, which leads into today's big movie. It is the musical 1776. This is the third year in a row that I have been trying to watch this before the 4th of July, or around the 4th of July, and this year was the first year I succeeded. I guess I could show everything else. And of course it's 4K. It's got other artwork on the inside. I think that's the same stats on that. And it comes with a digital code. Oop. And I don't know where the lighting's best. Your 4K disc, a Blu-ray disc, and a second Blu-ray disc. This is one of those movies. When I first started collecting 4Ks, I just started buying stuff willy-nilly. This was one of the movies, usually like a movie like this that had which this one does, has 4 cuts of the movie on it. So stuff like that intrigued me early on collecting. Plus I like musicals, as you can probably tell. Which I like all kinds of movies. I'm not really, into one specific. I mean, there are movies I like better than others, but I don't restrict myself to just certain kinds of movies. I do have the sheet of paper. It's from 1972, oddly enough. It's in Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. 2:3:5:1 aspect ratio. There's a director's cut, which is 165 minutes, an extended cut, which is 168 minutes. There's a theatrical cut, which isn't on the 4K disc. It's on the Blu-ray disc in high definition. And then there's an extended laser disc version, which is in standard definition. I don't know the lengths of the other two movies, just the director's cut and the extended cut. The theatrical version is rated G, which I don't know if that means anything nowadays, because if it's an older movie, most likely nowadays it would be rated PG because of smoking or something in it, and then all the extended cuts and everything are unrated, which also doesn't really mean anything. It's based on a Tony Award-winning Broadway musical. It's starring William Daniels, Ken Howard, Howard Da Silva, and Blythe Danner, plus a bunch of other people. I knew nothing of this musical before the 4K release of it, so it was, it was news to me that this even existed. I will say, watching it for the first time, which it took a couple days because I got it started. These are very long cuts of the movie, as you can imagine with those run times. But the last and the final time I watched the movie, which I only really watched the whole thing once, I was up till 2 in the morning. So my review of it might be skewed, from tiredness or whatever. And I only watched the extended cut of the movie. I didn't watch the director's cut or any of the other, or the Blu-rays at all. It says on the back region A, B, and C. I don't know if that applies to just the 4K or also applies to the Blu-rays, because a lot of times Blu-rays are region locked even when the 4K is not, of course. So actually my wife joined me in watching this movie. Surprise, surprise. Like I say, we do watch musicals, and we just actually watched My Fair Lady probably a week before this. So between that movie and we watched a third movie, I think all three movies were in excess of 2 hours. So it's been a busy week as far as finding the time to watch these extremely long movies. Right out of the gate, of course, I don't have to explain the story to you. Of course, it's probably a well-known story. But I was very surprised at how much I liked some of the humor in this movie and some of the songs in this movie. We really enjoyed this one song where they were trying to decide who was going to write the Declaration of Independence. That song was very amusing. The guy, I think his name is Howard Da Silva. He played Ben Franklin. I thought he was the best character in the movie. All the characters were good, though. I thought I liked all the different representatives from the different states. One guy actually reminded me of Phil Hartman. There was another guy that almost reminded me of like a Michael Richards character. You know, just kind of goofy and, you know, just odd, I guess. And then, of course, William Daniels is pretty famous. He was the voice of Kit, I think, in Knight Rider. So he had a very distinctive voice in this movie. And, yeah, like I say, we liked it. It was very late at night, so I don't know if it was the tiredness of all that or the length of the movie, but I did think that maybe the second half or the second third of the movie did drag a bit, and then it got a little more serious, of course, towards the end. So I definitely enjoyed the first hour and a half of this movie immensely. If it would have carried on like that the whole way through, I think it would have been golden. Like I say, we liked one of the songs. Well, we liked a few of the songs, but the one song was really, really good. And one of the guys in the movie I recognized, and I don't know what his name was. I guess I could have looked it up, but you know how professional this show is. He actually played, I knew him from playing the Shoeshine informant from the Naked Gun, Police Squad TV series. So it was nice to see him, of course. Yeah, we liked it. My wife was quite surprised how good it was. And I was glad to finally fit it in for this 4th of July review. Like I said, I didn't watch the other cuts of the movie. Even though it's in Dolby Vision and has Dolby Atmos, I don't know that there's much to do with that stuff. I don't have a true Dolby Atmos setup. I have a sound bar and some speakers that kind of replicate, Atmos. But there's no battles going on or anything, so there's no real need for the bass, surround sound. What can you do? It's all like congressional meetings and stuff like that. So I don't know that the Atmos was necessary, although I'm always glad to have it. I always like the best version of every movie that I have, and that's some of the reasons why I buy, this stuff. The Dolby Vision, I don't know that made that big of a difference as well. I mean, it looked good. I didn't have any problems with it. And there's a sequence between William Daniels, a couple sequences between William Daniels' character and his wife. They're purposely like blurry, or almost like a dreamlike thing. But for the rest of it, My Fair Lady, of course, looks excellent in 4K. I'll probably do a review of it here sometime. I don't think this reached that level of detail and all that. But that's neither here nor there. I'm here to review what I thought of the movie. So if I was to give 1776 a review score, I'd probably have to give it 7.5 rolls of pink insulation out of 10. It was good. I don't know if it was great. Like I said, it might have just been me being tired and watching it that late at night that I thought that last third of the movie kind of dragged a bit. But it was definitely worth it to me. I was glad I finally got to watch it after 3 years, and I still have a pile of stuff I bought that first year of collecting that I just bought because, hey, it's 4K. So I guess, I almost forgot. If you've seen this movie or you have this 4K, or I don't know if it had a Blu-ray release or not, let me know your thoughts about it down in the comments section. Was it too long for you? Did you think it dragged, or did you not like it completely? Even though it came out, I think, 2 or 3 years ago in 4K, I don't think I've seen much about it on YouTube, or other than trailers and stuff like that. So yeah, like I say, if you've seen it or have it, leave a comment down in the comments section. I'd love to discuss it, as I always say. So until next time, when I have a completely different movie here in the attic, probably one not holiday related, thanks so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you soon. Bye.